Hey, Jason Palliser here. In this video for real estate investment, we're going to be talking about, hey, should I go drive for dollars? All over the universe, everybody's like, hey, if you're getting started in investment real estate, drive for dollars, right? And but what happens is this, especially even if you're here listening, whether you're experienced or brand new, you've probably heard it before, but I want to do this differently. I want to talk to you about why you should do that, right? And I don't care if you're closing 10 deals a month, 20 deals a month, you're brand new, and you would love to be closing 2 deals a month. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to work in reverse here. So when we do off-market blueprints to attack a city 30 plus ways, which I think most of you know, we also, when we go through those 30 ways, we talk about our top resources for getting the good deals all the way down to the lower end ones, right? So this is the top 5 or top 10 or top 3 or bottom 10, bottom 5, bottom 15, right? So here's what I want you to understand. And then I'm going to peel back the curtain on why. Okay. So driving for dollars is a top 2 or 3 lead source out of 30. Out of 30 different ways that we attack a city to get off market properties, it's the top 2 or 3 lead source of all time. Now, having said that, a few of you might even be scratching your head, but once I pull back the curtain and peel back this onion for you, then all of a sudden it's going to start to sink in a little bit differently because I'm going to teach you about how we attack this and how we do this differently, okay? And here's what I mean by that. The reason that driving for dollars, identifying property that need work is so important. One, thousands of transactions performed. If I'm simply telling you, hey, it's a top 2 or 3 out of 30 resource, and I get hired by big companies to set it up to take over a city, you should hopefully be listening. But let's just set that aside for a second. Why is driving for dollars so important? Here's why. Let's start to lay this thing out so that we can create a new space in your brain and maybe redirect some of your efforts to get you more results, right? It's top 2 or 3 lead sources. A few reasons why. One, so here we go. Let's get into it. And by the way, if you like this, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell to be notified when we drop more good content. The more you like, subscribe, share, interact with us, the more we'll do it. Fair enough? That's called a relationship. Now, driving for dollars, reason number 1. When you see a property that needs work, that's instantly a good lead. Think about this. Can you get a list of vacant leads? Can you get a list of high equity absentee owners like all these gurus teach you to do? Sure you can. But everybody else can buy that same freaking list, right? And when you get a list of 400 vacants, 500 vacants, whatever it is, you don't know if those properties look perfect, but they're still vacant, or if 10% of them need work, 20%, 30% of them need work. You have no clue. Here's what I know. When you start to cultivate and develop a list, and why driving for dollars is a top 2 or 3 lead source of all time for us is this. When you see that asset, that property, and it simply needs work, guess what? That's a good lead. That's 1. 2, here's the other fun part for me. That means a homeowner, in that moment, you know that a homeowner owns it and they're doing nothing with it. Hence, yet another good lead. Another reason that that's a good lead. The third thing, if you just went out once a week for half an hour, once a week, you were court ordered, otherwise you go to jail, you would do it. If you missed 1 week out of the entire year, you would go to jail for 5 years, and you would wake up and automatically do it, which is what I'm telling you to do. If you just spend 1/2 hour each week and get 20 houses, Mike's off camera laughing. He goes, here you go. You're putting people in jail again. I'm trying to prove my point. You have to do it. If you just did 20 a week, spend a half an hour and get 20 houses, easy to do. All houses that need work. Grass is overgrown, mailbox overflowing, shrubs are dead, roof's messed up, you name it. It's a house that needs some TLC. That's a good lead. If you just did 20 a week, here's what I know. At the end of 1 calendar year, you have over 1,000 of the good ones. Here's what I mean by that. Here's a third big reason you have over 1,000. That's just a number though. Let's equate it to something real. Here's what I know. You can't buy another list that has 1,000 properties on it where every single freaking one of them needs work. That's the most valuable list that you could ever procure. Reason number 4, no one else has that list. Everybody can buy a vacant list, same vacant list you do. Now you're competing against all of them. Everybody can buy a high equity absentee owner list with 80% equity or more. And you're competing against them. Everybody can ask for the code violations, which you should. But you're competing against more people. The list that you cultivate driving for dollars. And again, you're the CEO of your business. Think about this. I'm telling you to do it, But you don't have to be the one that grows that list on your own. Once you've done it and started growing your list, you got the rhythm of doing this. Have bird dogs, again, which we teach you how to do that, and have an army of bird dogs scouring the city for you, developing the best list of properties that you'll ever have. So the reason number 4 excites me because no one else has that list. I repeat, no one else has that list. You have less competition. The efforts you put towards attacking that list, okay? The efforts you put towards attacking that list, I get excited about that as well because every house on it needs freaking work. That's a home run. So, having said that, this is the reason why driving for dollars should be important to you. Now, some things that you need to think about, some things that you need to consider. Take a picture of the house, okay? So one is take a picture of the house because you want to have a clear picture of that house when you put the lead into whatever system you have. We build out systems for people, but however, whether you're keeping them on a Post-it note or not, I don't care. You want to have a picture of that house as a frame of reference so that when you're talking to a homeowner, you speak intelligently about it. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, make sure you put in the address right? You're collecting addresses. Sometimes there can be oopsies, right? So make sure you get the right address for the property. The next thing is that once you're starting to cultivate this list, you're going to need to go out. Once you have the address, now you got to match it up with the homeowner's name. So you're going to want to go to the county assessor's website in your particular county that the house sits in, and then look up the homeowner's name. Because what we're going to do later is we're going to take that entire list. You got the address. Now you matched it up, okay? So now you've taken the effort to match it up with the homeowner's name. Now we're going to send that list out to be skip traced. And for those of you who haven't heard it, most of you listening to this channel have, but then you send out that list to be skip traced where a company will go and grab every known phone number for that particular homeowner's name and address so that you can call them. Remember, on a house that clearly needs work, and say, hey, I'm looking to buy another home in the area. I'm very interested in talking to you about your house, right? You've got to cultivate the list. I've given you several reasons why driving for dollars. I already know it's a top 2 or 3 lead source of all time for us. No one else has that list. Every house on that list needs work. This should be a staple. This should be woven into the fabric of your business. Some of the best deals with the highest spreads are houses that are driving for dollars, and we close tons of them per calendar year. But that's just a few reasons why. Now, to go a little bit deeper on that, I told you, hey, grab the address, make sure you get the address right. I said to take a picture of it so that you can try and keep that organized. I said that you're going to have to put them in a spreadsheet, get them ready to be organized, to get skip trace, to get the phone number so we can start attacking them, phone calls, text message, voicemail, and start mailing out to them, right? There's other techniques that we do to get them to respond, which we teach you inside the 2-day blueprint. And by the way, if you've been liking these videos and you want to talk to us personally, and so that we talk about your specific market, what do you want to hit as an income benchmark? Where do you think you need the most help? You name it. Just go to the number 2dayblueprint.com, 2dayblueprint.com, schedule a phone call with us, and we'll walk you through that and talk to you about what we do to try and help you. And but quite certain that we can help make an impact on your business and make your life a lot easier. But putting that aside for a second, here's the other thing that I need you to understand. All those things, grabbing the address, taking a picture, skip trace, put them in a spreadsheet, get them ready to skip trace, get the phone numbers, all these things. Here's a resource, and I'll even give give you something to look at. That's a person in the marketplace that I know is a competitor. Because I always tell people to do your own due diligence. Some of you've heard of an app called Deal Machine. Deal Machine is where you go. It's an app that's $50 a month. And I think if you have 3 people submitting, which you should have 10 or 15, which again, we'll talk about later at a different date, 10 or 15 bird dogs bringing you good properties of the best list that no one else has in your city. But shelving that part for a second, Deal Machine is an app that you can put it into the application. And I think above 3 people cost you a couple $100 a month, which is a little pricey, but they will send a postcard automatically for you. Based upon that address that you're at, right? So it helps you. It makes it more efficient for you. Any one of these that the homeowner contacts you could be 50 grand. So is it worth it? Sure. But here's a resource that we developed for our 2-day blueprint clients that I'll just let you go check out on your own. Remember, top 3 lead source of all time out of 30. And no one else has that list, right? But we want to keep it organized. So here's one thing that you can do. Just go to Property Scout. So you can go to Google and type in Property Scout, And you'll see it's like that previous app on steroids. Here's the difference. It doesn't cost 50 or 200 a month. It's, I think, 25 or 30. I don't even know the exact price because I don't care. We built it internally to just be at a higher rate of efficiency than everybody else. Here's what it does. You drive for dollars, find a house that needs work, which again, dream come true, developing our list. It goes straight into Property Scout. That's one. Two, when you put the address in, just in case you messed up, it's got a little algorithm that scrubs it and fixes the address. When you put the photo in, because it allows you to put the photo in and keep it organized based upon that address, it also pulls the Google Earth photo to make sure that it's the same one, because you can have unlimited, are you listening to me now? You can have unlimited bird dogs submitting properties through your Property Scout app, unlimited, putting them in there, and it doesn't cost you an extra penny. And the beauty of that is sometimes they take the wrong picture. Well, now since it's pulling a Google Earth photo, you can see that it's apples to apples to keep you organized. Oh, by the way, it also automatically puts it in the spreadsheet for you, corrects the address, puts it in the spreadsheet, takes the picture that was submitted, puts it side by side with Google Earth. Oh, it also goes to the county website and automatically pulls the name. All this stuff would take you a lot of human capital and take you a lot of hours. That's one of the big reasons why people don't cultivate a list like this. They're like, I will just get a vacant list because vacants are good. I agree. And I'm being a little bit lazy. And because everything, and Mike's giggling. Here's why. Because it feels like work. But if you have something that organizes it and collapses the time frame for all this human capital, just taking an address and going to the assessor's website takes you time. But what if it's solved for you and the spreadsheet's ready to be skip traced now? That's called unfair. You getting this? So, hey, should I drive for dollars? Stop doing it the old way. Stop thinking the old way. Well, it's just, I tried a little bit and did some postcards and letters and I didn't get the results I want. Okay, well, maybe there's a higher level of operation that you should operate at, right? So I'm just giving you just a little glimpse of some of the resources that we utilize with our clients inside of the 2-Day Blueprint investment family. And again, schedule a call. 2dayblueprint.com. Once you go there, it's got information on what we do. It's got what other investors just like you say about what we did and how we impacted their business. And I always tell everybody, thousands of homes acquired for big companies, and having it down to a science. That's either an accident or it's on purpose. And I'm telling you right now, at this point, it's on purpose. So should you be driving for dollars? Absolutely. Should you have an army of people bringing you addresses in? Yes. We teach you how to do that. We've tested 200 variations of ads. We know what ads, all the way down to the headline that wins. And I'll even give you a little tip. Here's a headline that I know wins. I've tested 200 plus headlines to get people to be bird dogs that drive for dollars and give you the good addresses. Top 3 lead source of all time. So shouldn't you have people cultivating that list? Yes. So here's the one that wins by a mile, just to give you a little tip. When people are looking for different ways to make money, have your headline saying on the inside, hey, would you like to just drive around and give us some addresses and make money? But the headline's got to capture their attention. So the one that wins is get paid to start your car. Because people see it and go, I can do that, right? And so then they dig deeper and then they connect with you and say, hey, send me some properties that need work and send it inside of my app. So trying to give you some resources to win the game and some headlines that win to get people, an army of people bringing in the good leads for you. Cultivate that list because no one else has it. So hopefully you're enjoying this training. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to subscribe. I want you to hit the bell so the next time we drop good stuff, you instantly get it so that we continually make you a sharper, better investor. We're here to help you win the game and stand in the winner's circle. So have a good time. Do this. Cultivate that list. Top 3 lead source. Go get them and knock it out of the park. Talk to you later, folks. Bye.